Here's some help for problems 13 and 14 on 10.2 day 2 when we're talking about 45, 45, 90 triangles. You can use this to help you with the rest of the problems that are similar. So looking at 13 and 14, what's different about these is that our hypotenuses, or those sides directly across from our right angles, are whole numbers. And we are used to seeing, you know, for example, we're used to seeing 15 root 2 or 6 root 2, 3 root 2. We're used to seeing that root 2 after it, but in this case, we just don't have those. So we need to still figure that out. And the way we do that is, if we remember, our hypotenuse equals a leg times root 2. And that's what we're looking for here. In this case, we're looking for x and y. And over here for number 14, we're looking for u and v. We're looking for those legs. So I'm going to set it up where I know my hypotenuse is 15. I'm still looking for my leg, so I'm going to call that x, root 2. So I need to get x by itself because that's what I'm looking for. And in this case, we're multiplying these. So to undo multiplication, we need to divide. So we need to divide both sides by root 2. But remember, we can't have radicals or numbers with square roots down here in our denominator. So I'm going to come over here and rewrite it so I can continue to rationalize this. So in order to get rid of this radical in the bottom, I need to multiply both the top and the bottom by root 2 and continue working my way across. So the top is 15 times root 2, so that's just 15 root 2. And then root 2 times root 2 gives me root 4. And I know that the square root of 4 is 2. So in this case, I can stop here. And only because I know, looking at my numbers out here, this 15 and this 2, I can't simplify this anymore. So x is 15 root 2 divided by 2, which also means, because my legs are congruent in this type of triangle, 15 root 2 divided by 2. So number 14 is pretty similar in that I have a whole number. Instead of these root 2's after my hypotenuses, I just have a whole number. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to do my hypotenuse equals a leg. And in this case, I'll call it v times root 2. Let me bring this a little closer so you can see it. So I know that 20 is my hypotenuse, and I need to get v by itself. So divide, because this is being multiplied, divide both sides by root 2. Now remember, we can't have this radical in the denominator, so 20 root 2, and then we need to multiply it to get it out of that denominator. So 20 root 2, and then the root 2 times root 4 gives me the square root of 4, and I know the square root of 4 is 2. Now in this case, I was able to stop here for number 13 because I had 15 divided by 2. I can't really simplify that anymore. But in this case, I have a 20 divided by 2, and I can simplify that to 10. 20 divided by 2 gives me 10 root 2. So that means v, or one of my legs, is 10 root 2. And then I also know that this one is 10 root 2. So use these problems to help you with the rest of them where the hypotenuse is a whole number.